Hello everyone and welcome back to the 4K Mania World Cup 2021. We're here with some quarterfinals matches here. I think we have two in a row, I believe. Right now, first off, we have exciting match between Japan and Poland. I'm Potassium F here, for now, casting by myself. We might get another one in here soon, but an exciting match for sure right now. This is, of course, the first match we're seeing this weekend, since the first one between Canada and Argentina, I believe, was a win by default for Canada. So we're going to actually see the maps being played for the first time in this match, and I think it's going to be a pretty spicy one. I guess it always is in some way with Japan, especially. We've got the rice specialists in Japan, you would say. And Poland has been playing pretty well themselves as well, as a bit of a well-rounded team. So I would say pretty safe to say that Japan is going to be banning some LNs and picking that comfortable rice that they're known for, whereas Poland, I expect, will go after those long notes primarily. We can see this is a loser's bracket match, so very important one for both of these teams. The loser today will be eliminated from the tournament. The winner, of course, getting another spicy match later in this weekend. Tomorrow they'll be versing the winner of Hong Kong versus Italy. So quite a lot of exciting matches coming this weekend, so you'll have to stick around for those, but for now, it looks like we're getting right into it. It seems like we've just missed out on the rolls. Japan are winning, it seems, so Poland going to ban Yozakura, Japan 100% sure going to be banning Somewhere I Belong. I'll be shocked if they don't. So Yozakura ban from Poland is a rice ban, kind of expected, because Japan is so confident at that rice pool, and Japan do ban Somewhere I Belong, easily the trickiest release long note map in the pool by far, and that is where Japan in general is the weakest. That is their main weakness. So bans are pretty expected overall, I feel, but the exciting thing that I have to point out though is the SV pool being left up. Both of these teams are actually have like a lot of firepower in the SVs. Of course, we have Crew K on Japan's side, and Poland having Tidek, one of the highest scoring SV players this tournament too. And actually an interesting pick from Japan right off the bat. They're going with You Don't Know. I would have expected them to go for something like Cheat Reel, something more accuracy based, as they are that kind of accuracy team. But it seems like they're going more with the more physically hard maps in the rice pool. So You Don't Know being extremely technical with 230 or 240 BPM, I think it was, mini jacks and bursts. So we'll be seeing the entire Japanese team in here. AM Dusky, Crew K, and Sleep Girl, who's been playing for last week, coming in for the Japanese team. So definitely one of their strongest rice rosters here. And I think this will be the same team that you'll see for a lot of maps. On Poland's team, we've got Sitek, Underjoy, and Koloroa. So Japan's pick first, but this is can be kind of a dangerous one. At OD 8.5 is extremely easy to choke on a lot of these awkward mini jacks and bursts. And at 2.5 minutes as well. Any kind of misses from Japan could swing it over in Poland's favor. So we're into the action already. And we'll see how the players do. very slight accuracy advantage early for Japan. Underjoy and Koroloa struggling a little bit with accuracy. Sitek actually dropping down quite a bit as well at the start. All three Japanese players doing pretty fine. AM Dusky are actually dropping some 200s there as well. So it's going to stay close. Everyone nailing that first initial mini-jack there. But the accuracy lead, as we're kind of getting into the map here, it's definitely in Japan's side. Sleep Girl and Crew K really above everyone else right now in the lobby. And AMD's actually recovered the accuracy up to 99.7 again. This ratio has to be ridiculous.
Well,
looks like we've got Davy in the call right now as well, so welcome, Davy.
Yeah, sorry, a slight miscalculation on my part.
That's okay, we're in the first map right now. Japan still with this accuracy advantage, but still with 6 FCs.
Oh, nice. Just real quick, Pot, could you give me a rundown on what the bans look like? You know,
bans. So it was Poland banning Yozakura and Japan banning Somewhere I Belong. This is the first pick for Japan, and it does look like Underjoy did miss earlier, so this lead for Japan is going to be quite large.
Yeah, already looks quite big. Poland is like one of the low seeds, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, in the low seeds. They have been playing quite well so far.
Yeah, they're playing decently, but when you just compare it to how Japan is doing, they're doing extraordinarily well on the later game rise, as you would assume, knowing the current roster strengths.
And we have to look at AM Dusky's act now at 99.8. This is building up from a 99.4 in the intro.
Oh.
Oh, a miss from Colorado at the end, but it won't matter that much. This is a 3-way FC with really strong accuracies on Japan's side. Only 7 200s from the entire Japanese team combined.
Yeah, very strong showing so far from Team Japan. Poland, I guess they had to pick more LN-oriented picks, because I think that's one of Japan's weaker points.
And the best pick has been taken off the table and Somewhere I Belong, but LFO is the next best, I was going to say. They do pick it immediately.
Yeah, so pretty much no hesitation there.
Yeah, this is the most LN map left. Full-on LN density pick.
Yeah, and then you got Screw, which is like wild card, but it's still slightly physical. It's like one of those physical LN picks.
It is quite physical, yeah. Screw is it is pretty much like the wildest wild card you can get. That's an LN pick. So much so that you would almost feel hesitant picking it against Japan.
Yeah, like I've seen a lot of people call it as a kind of hybrid pick, which I can see where they're coming from.
Yeah, it's somewhere between like an LN hybrid and an LN. It has some very hard physical sections to it, definitely. But for now, this is going to be a very important pick for Poland.
Yeah.
The pattern against Japan tends to be you win your own picks, Japan win their own picks. Right? Whoever gets the breakpoint wins. That's the trend with Japan matches in general.
Yeah, but then you also got to remember that these pools are slightly harder, and I know some of these players tend to fall off a bit as it gets harder, but Japan only...
definitely.
Yeah, they manage well.
I expect some of the picks, the harder picks in like the hybrid section to be completely ignored this match, definitely.
Yeah, but then you consider that Poland doesn't have a lot of options, really. They'd have to go for just
SV, I think,
hybrid. Oh yeah, SVs, but then again you're going up against Crew K, which is like very well renowned SV
Speaking of
player.
Crew K, 99.9 right now on the density, and the Dark Dragon misses.
What?
Japan were winning in the
Incredible.
accuracy, and now with that miss, they're going to go further into the lead. Underjoy missing.
Oh, yeah, that looked like a very unclean miss. He also gets a 50 there too.
This is a large lead in Japan and something that is supposed to be their weakness. But Crew K and AM Dusky are actually one of the players that you wouldn't expect so much to be very good at LNs, but 99.8?
Yeah, Crew K showing off.
Really comfortable right now, Japan look like on these the density LN.
Yeah, I think I've seen Crew K practice a bit of LN. Seems to be getting good at it. So definitely a scary team for the rest of the World Cup to look out after. It just all rests on their third player's performance, because AMD, Daskia and Crew K on this later stages looks really strong.
The Dark Dragon finding another miss, and it doesn't look like Poland are going to manage to bring it back. No one missing on that burst, but Sitek missing. That's the last of Poland's FCs.
Yeah, that's everyone on Poland's side missing, unfortunately. Sitek still had a pretty respectable AC throughout that entire run. Only 9 200s, which is bigger than the Elite Girl. Could have topped that score had he not missed that much.
Yeah, and Sleep Girl actually doing well as well with the full combo. The entire Japanese team putting up a really impressive team score there. I think there might be some reevaluations later in the line about some of these LN picks against Japan, because I feel like density might be a bit shaky for some other teams to pick against Japan now. And
no hesitation on Japan's part now too.
Thinking of you, this is probably what I would have expected one of the first picks for Japan, but second pick, good enough. This is the jump stream, the speedy jump stream pick, and Japan having their share of jump stream players themselves. Yeah, bit of enthusiasts in that team.
Yeah, they're definitely really good at this. So I'm excited to see what they can pull off. Yeah. Not sure about Poland's just comfortability on these kind of picks. I guess the Dark Dragon would be comfortable on this.
Yeah, we're getting quite fast. 250 BPM is really fast, but luckily the patterns are quite forgiving in general.
Yeah, it's
either way though, to be able to get good accuracy at this speed, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, as it gets faster, it just gets a lot more uncomfortable to get good accuracy on. You have to kind of sacrifice between having stamina left and being able to ack it. Like if you focus really hard on acking really high BPM stuff, you start to wear out your fingers, and that's kind of bad. You lose stamina.
Yeah, absolutely. But then on the other side, we've got you know that Japan are going to act this, right?
Yeah.
Japan are absolutely going to be sharpshooting this act on this map. So I don't know. Maybe like you could just hope that Japan misses from Poland's side. That is also a potential, and go for that combo win. Of course, it's a combo game.
Yeah, so far Japan doesn't seem to show any weaknesses in this pool. I have a three-way FC on both picks, because this is like 4 picks left to go, so they could still miss. We'll see.
And we have Yu subbing in for Crew K here. It's interesting. Yu has actually been quite good so far this tournament, I think. Showing some pretty nice scores overall, but interesting to sub out Crew K.
Yeah, let's see.
We have Archaic and Kolaroa coming back in as well on Poland's side.
Oh yeah, we don't have the crew K around anymore.
Perhaps you being a little bit more comfortable at this BPM, but we'll have to see. So far, Axe flickering back and forth a little bit. Looks like Kolaroa has dropped in accuracy just a little bit. Nothing massive though. Japan is all holding strong above 99.8. So a bit of an accuracy lead here for Japan. Oh, some 200s from Archaic.
Oh no, that is bad. If you're up against Japan and you start getting 200s, it's no good. You have to like rely on either them getting 200s or misses. So far AMD Duskia is just shredding this, absolutely shredding, not stopping anytime soon. He's climbing maybe all the way to a 99.9, we'll see. But yeah, really strong accuracy so far.
Yeah, we can see the lowest accuracy on Japan U right now is still above the highest accuracy of Poland.
And then again, Citek's not doing shabby. 99.65 is very respectable. This kind of
still good, and a three-way FC as well from Poland, so definitely could capitalize on a miss, but I think at this point we might be looking for a miss if Poland want to be able to come back, because this accuracy lead is just getting larger and larger by the second. Oh, massive drop in accuracy from Archaic, almost missing.
Oh no! Oh, that is brutal.
Double miss now from Poland, and that might just seal it. We're at the end of the map now.
Yeah.
Japan looks so comfortable.
There's no going back now. That's pretty much sealed the deal for them.
This is the most comfortable pick in the world for Japan right now.
Yeah, it's just a breeze.
On Citek at the end, finding a miss. Three-way FC again from Japan here with some fantastic accuracies across the board.
Wait, was the last Rice pick, first pick we saw, was that also everyone on Poland's side getting misses?
I think there was FCs.
Yeah, I think so too.
It was almost two FCs from Poland.
But yeah, in a team tournament.
Yeah, Japan really flexing their kind of late game capabilities here. Being really comfortable on these BPMs, this kind of physically hard patterns.
I wager that.
Oh, here we go.
SVs.
Here we go, straight into SVs. This is good from Poland, I think. Even though, as you said, Crew K is insanely scary with the SVs on Japan's team. Poland have been playing the SVs quite well. Like, as I said before, Tidek has gotten some of the top scores on some SV maps so far this tournament.
Yeah, that is true. So let's see how they do. Another thing is that we see a lot of ignores and bans on SV maps, so like the stats don't speak the entire truth, it's just that majority of players are really not keen on playing SVs.
Yeah. This is absolutely the hardest SV map that we've seen this tournament though.
Yeah.
The SVs have jumped up quite a lot in this pool, so we'll have to see how that affects the players. Yeah, this is a weird one. This is why this map in particular was labeled as SV meme as the category.
I mean, just listening to the song can already get you a good glimpse.
So we've got got all the players, the SV specialists in for either team here.
You mean SV? Did you say SV? I'm a bit...
SV, yeah.
I thought you said LN, I wasn't sure about that.
Well, hopefully I didn't say LN. Not an LN map. This is definitely not an LN map.
Oh, it has one LN. It must be an LN map.
Oh, true. You're right. Oh, there's it's an LN map. There it is.
Yeah, it's an LN. Oh, another one. This is so an LN map. Yeah, anyway.
And look at those top two scores here.
It's actually
99.9 for Crew K. Tidek finding a 200 there, but still 99.8.
This could actually be Poland's.
It's flickering.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of 200s there from Archaic. Dropping accuracy down, but maintaining that combo is the most important thing, at least. We've still... Oh, this is a really hard burst. So many 200s from Archaic and Fi.
Fi just, I think, got himself a bit too many 200s there. I didn't exactly see what pattern it was.
Oh, but some horrid bursts in that.
Yeah, like, but there's some patterning in this that is like really strange.
It seems like Archaic is just dropping in accuracy a little bit. Tidek has dropped down to 99.4 as well, while Crew K... What?
What is Crew K doing?
No! Archaic and Crew K trading misses!
Oh my god.
That's going to just keep it in Japan's favor, but that was a massive accuracy drop from Crew K as well.
He could have gotten such a good score too. He had 99.92.
That would have been a ridiculous score, but Japan's going to maintain the lead, and unless they miss again, it looks like there's still a little bit left of the map, so there's still a chance for Japan to miss in this last slow jam section.
It is really easy to like, oh, Tidek, no. Don't want to do that. I was going to mention that it's really difficult to like get time the patterns right. You sometimes see a lot of the players just suddenly hitting really late and getting a lot of 200s. And meanwhile, Crew K are only getting 4, and with that ratio,
what is the ratio?
It outclasses everyone in the lobby.
Ratio is not even close between Crew K and anyone else. But despite those misses, it's going to be Japan ending up in the lead. Poland missing a couple too many times towards the end there. And Japan are going to take 4-0 up. Now I think Japan picked cheat real.
Now it's Poland's in a very bad position. They don't have many good picks left.
Well, they are going for cheat real, Japan. And this is this is the stamina pick of the pool. And stamina pick against Japan, again, another ridiculously scary one, but we'll have to see because this is a little bit more manageable in terms of BPM. It's just really long.
Yeah, at 3 minutes 50 seconds long, it's the longest map by far that isn't the tiebreaker in the quarterfinals pool. And that is, like, you know, some players really don't like playing for long stretches of time.
Yeah, this is when this map gets going, it doesn't really stop either. The streams continue for a long amount of time. And the BPM, although it's lower, a lot lower than 250, it is the same BPM, almost the same BPM as last week's stream pick.
It's also denser.
And yeah, also denser as well.
Yeah. It's the...
So still quite a big step up from last week, so... Another tricky pick, definitely.
And I think this is like a good pick from Japan's side, because not only are they really strong at just pure rise accuracy, which stamina maps can very well lend a lot of firepower to, it's also that Poland seems to be stagnating a lot on the more difficult maps and get misses. And I think they're just expecting them to miss much more than they will, which is, you know, what the pick is there for. It's very long, therefore it leaves a lot more opportunity for misses.
The consistency as well plays a large factor, and we've seen Japan so far has been very consistent.
Yeah, I think the only misses were on the SV maps.
The SV, of course, being a little bit of an outlier.
Yeah.
Can't really use that as evidence against a rise pick such as this.
Yeah.
And these ratios right now, AMD and Crew K, 99.94, 99.93, and Slate Girl not far behind either.
Yeah, just already climbing to like 99.9. About to see This is very early on, so I'm going to regret my words. But I'm betting we're gonna see one of the highest scores, team scores that is, on this map, unless someone on Japan misses, which, well, I won't
Possible.
curse.
It's a long map. There's a lot of opportunity, right, for something to go wrong. And Poland are keeping the accuracy close enough. Archaic is a little bit behind, actually dropping some 200s here in this transition.
Underjoy is actually doing pretty well for himself.
Ooh, Archaic finding a miss there as well, dropping accuracy all the way down to 99.4. There's going to be a really large lead for Japan, and the longer they hold on to it, the higher this lead is going to go with this accuracy lead.
Wait, AMD has been climbing.
The Crew K and AMD both, they've climbed up to 99.95. Sleekgirl staying on at that 99.87 here.
I mean, I usually just get 99.9 at the beginning of a map, and then as I get to the midway point, I've like stagnated to 99.85, and I just somehow climb.
I can last a solid 2 notes at that accuracy at the start of the map.
Oh, the self-rest there, let's see. Oh.
But we see, well, Sleekgirl's dropped down a little bit, down to 99.85, but still extremely high. Dark Dragon and Underjoy have been deadly consistent at this accuracy, but it's just not enough to reach Japan's level right now.
He seems to be hitting a bit late, or there's a couple of outlier notes. He got himself a couple of 200s. So that is, yeah, there's another 200 right there. Many 200s, which is not very good when you're looking at these monstrosities of accuracy. They have to hope for someone to miss a triple or something like that. Like an entire triple, they just suddenly lay their hands off their keyboards and miss a single triple.
Yeah, there's gonna be maybe a couple of misses would do it, but maybe needs 3 misses even in this last chorus for Poland to be able to come back in. Because this accuracy
it's a lot of stretch.
Crazy. Even though there's 2 players from Poland with mid 99.7s, which is really good accuracy. When we're comparing against 2 99.9s, there's not really much that Poland can do right now.
Also, I should mention that this kind of patterning isn't the comfiest to act if you're not like really consistent at this BPM. It's like a lot of mini trills and weird roll transitions.
Man, this is a team score right here from Japan.
I called it.
AM Duskia with the score v1 SS 120. This is a 1-30 ratio.
Yeah, that is insane. How? 998 on this map.
And the whole team of Japan, they're showing up massively.
It was indeed a massacre.
Yeah, Poland are going straight for the other SV. Makes sense. There was an opportunity for them to take the first SV map that we saw. We'll have to see if their players can hold on to this one. This one, I think, not as hard, in my opinion, as Marissa.
Yeah, Underjoy just echoing my pun. Tidek summed up the match. Massacre. Right.
Well, this is their chance to get on the board at least. So we'll have to see if Poland can win their own pick here.
Yeah, it was just a memo map, right? But yeah, this is like probably the last chance because not a lot of more friendly Poland picks left on the board.
This is more of the memo map. Most of the map pretty straightforward with the same kind of repeating patterns. Same repeating SVs, same repeating patterns. It's just that one section in the middle that is really memorization focused. And it looks like Crew K got a 200 on the first note.
Yeah, slow jams tend to do that with you. Like, it's, at least for me, I'm not accustomed to reading slow jams. So whenever I see it, either I die or my hack gets scuffed. There's no other
So
way.
easier to drop 200s on slow jam, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, dropping accuracy a little bit in the intro, but it's not going to last too long.
Oh,
Ooh, you!
That's a
Finding a massive break. That's a big combo drop and accuracy drop there. That's going to give Poem the advantage. But
Yeah,
it was
they just-
before the 400 combo mark, so it's not going to do as much to combo as a miss right now would do, for instance. Now we're getting into the repeated patterns. I don't think anyone should struggle with these because they've probably practiced this this exact pattern like 500 times now.
Yeah, it's just like as soon as you memorize the rhythm,
Unless
it's pretty set.
Underjoy.
No, they had an
Massive
opportunity.
miss. And the one way I said they practiced it that much, but the one way that you can miss is it's kind of mind blockable in a way, like throughout the map, just playing the exact same thing again and again. But now we're into this memorization section. Looks like no one is struggling so far, at least. A couple 200s there from you.
Some of the measure lines actually help a bit with timing.
No!
No!
I was gonna say, Crew K had 99.9 with a 200.
Oh, the preemptive curse, I see. Okay, and
I was avoiding saying anything about it. But that is actually a big miss now. Now I think Poland might have enough time to take it back. And you missing, this is definitely now Poland David.
This is now Poland's.
They just need to hold on.
Yeah.
They hold on to combo and Poland win.
Yeah, no more misses.
There's no tricky sections anymore, it's just this same pattern, so just don't mess up. And it is going to be Poland's point.
It was all because of the mess-ups on Japan's part, so yeah, pretty...
54 on Crew K's side.
Oh,
Crew K is really trying to sharpshoot so much that the misses are coming in.
Yeah, like he's hitting early or something. I'm not sure what's happening there.
Yeah,
way too early.
I think we might see something like a anime jack map, potentially.
Wait, hold on.
From Japan's.
What just happened? It just okay. Here we go.
No, it was definitely Poland's point. It was all good. Just a bit of client shenanigans, as happens sometimes.
Yeah, we had plenty of that last week. Let me tell you that much.
And thus begins the reverse sweep for Poland.
Indeed.
But they do kind of need to win on 2 more rice maps.
Yeah, this was the like pick that I'd expect Japan to pick straight off the cheat rail.
Rain shower, let's go.
Yeah, pretty much a lot lighter than all the other picks.
Yeah, not the hardest physically, definitely, but definitely insanely tricky to hack, right? Technical-wise, it is quite difficult, especially at OD 8.5.
Yeah, there's like I was modding this map when it was up for the ranked section. Some people might have played the ranked section. I don't know how many people of you play the ranked, but there's a map set with this difficulty ranked. And one of the things is that sometimes the snappings change between the 1-6 snap. It's like in between there in 1-12. It's not straight 1-6. Which can get pretty tricky to time, because then you have to skip slightly over a beat. If that makes sense. It probably doesn't. It's very hard to explain. It's better to illustrate that.
It's hard to explain unless you kind of see for yourself or play it even a lot of the time. But there are definitely a lot of the rhythms can really throw you off, right? The skips.
Yeah, it's because of how dense it is to, I mean, relatively dense. It's like not your average tech map where you have just quirky rhythms thrown, and it's like dumps, and there's very little audio helping you to gauge those hits. It's a very visual kind of ordeal.
Once again, we're seeing some excellent starting accuracy for Japan. Poland, a little bit behind, but still holding on to these FCs. The Dark Dragon lagging a little bit behind, but C-Tech finding a miss. That's going to be quite a large advantage early on for Japan here. So C-Tech's going to need to bring up that accuracy. It's now 99.3.
Yeah, this section is probably the easiest section of the map. Oh,
As you say that, Sleep
yeah,
finding a pretty big miss there, dropping down to 99.6. It's still going to be not enough to flip the lead. Japan's still going to have a nice advantage, but definitely much closer now.
yeah, but they do have the accuracy of AMD and Crew K to rely on, and they're not all that shabby on act themselves, doing better than everyone on Poland's side in terms of raw accuracy.
AMD still at that 99.9 again.
Okay, here we go to the very tricky section, the saxophone solo section. So pretty intense section all throughout, with the aforementioned snapping changes that are really tricky to act. You can see that Crew K's act is dropping because the snapping gets less and less predictable as we go.
We're seeing all the players kind of dropping a little bit in accuracy. A couple 200s here and there.
And
the
a
Dark
miss.
Dragon
A Dark
finding
Dragon.
a miss, and that might seal the deal, but AM does. Yeah.
It was a clean miss though, so nothing much is gonna happen.
Yeah, copy. Not going to come with any accuracy drops, and it's still going to be Japan managing to take it at the end. Too little, too late for Poland there, and it will end up being 6-1 in Japan's favor.
Very strong showing for Japan. Poland did get a point from them, which is very impressive.
Yeah, still really good, but we can see just this accuracy and the consistency that Japan was showing throughout the match was just suffocating.
Yeah, they're going to be really scary to go up against on semifinals. We'll see who they're going to be facing.
Not too let's not get too ahead of ourselves right now. There is still another match that Japan's going to have to play before they get into the semifinals.
Oh yeah, it was like potential matches and stuff, right?
Yeah, so that of course being a losers bracket match, unfortunately Poland is now out of the tournament, but Japan not quite in semifinals just yet. They're going to have to play again tomorrow against the winner of Italy versus Hong Kong.
Of which Hong Kong has a very strong chance, I'd say.
Hong Kong have been showing up pretty massively, you would say. They had a really close match against Vietnam last week, so we'll have to see how that pans out. And of course, we can see the other match we've had is Canada winning by default against Argentina there.
Which is pretty rare, to say the least.
Yeah, unfortunate there, but for now, though, we've got a little bit of a break. I think we've got just an hour and 20 minutes until our next match, which is going to be Indonesia versus Taiwan, another losers bracket match, so another one where we'll see one of the teams go home. Well, probably already at home, but be eliminated from the tournament at least. So make sure you come back and tune in about an hour and 15 minutes for that one.
Indeed. We'll see you then. And remember, buy banners.
Do that, yeah.